Hare Krishna and very warm welcome to everyone. As we commence this auspicious gathering, let us remember the timeless wisdom. Vidya dadati vinayam, vinaya dhyati patrata, patratva dhanam apnoti, dhanam dharma tata sukham. On behalf of ISKCON NVCC and Voice, Vedic Oasis for Inspiration, Culture and Education, I, Dr. Makarand Upkare, welcome you to this momentous occasion, the inauguration of Wisdom I, a pioneering initiative that bridges ancient knowledge, Indian knowledge system with Industry 5.0 vision for the human-centric technological excellence. Today we have amongst us many dignitaries. We have Dr. Priyankar Upadhyay, Mentor, Peace Department UN Chairperson from MIT World Peace University. Professor Sandeep Sagar Dikale, he is also from MIT World Peace University. Dr. Punjab Rao Kothe, founder Punjab Rao Kothe Foundation. We have Dr. M.S. Sagare, Joint Secretary Bharati Vidyapith, and he is the founder principal of YMC Pune. We have amongst us Dr. Sunil Redekar, Director and ex-chairperson of PVG Institutes. Dr. Manoj Tarambade, Professor Mrs. Varsha Sovni, Professor Mrs. Padmaja Joshi, they are the IKS member from COET, PVG. Dr. Rajendra Patil, Principal, Government Polytechnic Pune. Professor Garje, Professor Paranspe, Dr. Sachin Komble. Dr. Sachin Komble is from VIT Pune. And then Tushar Gaikwad sir, he is a director Tata Technologies. So let us welcome all these dignitaries by traditionally 3 times loudly chanting Haribo! 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 So this is the spiritual way of greeting people. So this is how we welcome everyone. So we begin with our program officially with Deep Prajwalan. So now we will go ahead with the lighting of the lamp, which is not just a ceremonial ritual, it represents illumination of consciousness, the very essence of Indian knowledge system. I request all the dignitaries present here to assemble here to kindly light the lamp. The author of the book, His Grace Radheshyam Prabhu, who is the Temple President of ISKCON NVCC, requesting His Grace Radheshyam Prabhu also to please lead the lamp lighting.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Welcoming Dr.
Rama,
Pradeep Jadhav sir, Principal, College of Engineering. Please kindly come here for lighting the lamp.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
This lamp we light today symbolizes Agni, Jyoti and Prakash. Agni, the transformation of raw potential into refined excellence. Jyoti, the dispelling of ignorance through genuine Vedic wisdom. And Prakash, illumination, the clarity needed for the ethical decision making in today's our AI-driven world, the world which is filled with deep fake and everything else. May this light guide our engineers to become not just technically proficient, but morally luminous leaders of tomorrow. Lighting of the lamp is also there in Bhagavad Gita. That Chatushloki Bhagavad Gita concludes with Tesham evanukampartham aham ajnanajam tamaha nashyami atma bhavasto jnanadhipena basvata. So the dignitaries, they will be very happy to know that each student assembled here knows Chatushloki Bhagavad Gita and will know this shloka as well. So we'll just recite this. Teshamevanukampartham aham ajnanajam tamaha nashayami atma bhavasto jnanadipena bhasvata. Out of compassion for them, I, dwelling in their hearts, destroy the darkness born of ignorance with the luminous light of knowledge. After this, before we hear from our esteemed speakers, let us understand the journey and vision that has brought all of us together here. The video you are about to watch introduces His Grace Radheshyam Prabhu, who is an M.Tech graduate from IIT Bombay and who chose to integrate spiritual wisdom with technological excellence. The Voice, organization dedicated to value-based education. What makes this initiative unique is captured in the Sanskrit Sutra, Sa Vidya Ya Vimuktaye. That truth alone leads to liberation. Liberation from ignorance, from stress, from the fragmentation of the modern mind. Let us watch the video.
Introduction of Radheshyamdas. Radheshyamdas is an
jobber, is president of ISKCON Pune for last 26 years and leading a community of more than 6,000 members. He is compiler of many youth books like Stress to Smile, 5 volumes of Essence of Bhagavad Gita, etc. Designer of Discover Yourself International course with 6 sessions for youth and corporates. He is a Global Excellence Award winner for educating youths in Bhagavad Gita. Recipient of Jiva Goswami Award for Innovative Youth Outreach. Global Duty Officer of ISKCON for Youth Outreach visiting Boston and many places in USA. Has been a youth trainer since last 25 years and has been training the youths in IITs, NITs and reaches out to Pune, Kolkata, Kanpur, Mumbai, Thane, Bangalore, Hyderabad, Chennai, Dharwad, Belgaum, Mysore and many other places. He has presented seminars at MIT Boston, Stanford University, University of Washington, Cornell University and others. Has been a leading corporate presenter at Amazon, Bank of America, Infosys, Dutch Bank and Cognizant and Persistent. So we are very happy to have amongst us Radheshyamdas.
Distinguished gathering, in Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna advises Tat Vidhi Pranipatena Pariprashnena Sevaya Upadhyakshante Dhyana Jnaninas Tattva Darshanaha. Listen the truth from approaching a spiritual master, inquire from him submissively and render service unto him. The self-realized soul can impart knowledge unto you because he has seen the truth. It is now my privilege to invite someone who embodies these principles, a bridge between two worlds, rigorous analytical training at IIT Bombay, and over 3 decades of spiritual contemplation and community building. His Grace Radheshyam Prabhu represents what Industry 5.0 desperately seeks, the fusion of technical excellence and human wisdom. An engineer who understands code and consciousness, algorithm and ethics, innovation and integrity. He comes before you not merely as an author, but as an architect of transformed life, having mentored thousands of students. And I am happy to say I am one of his students. Me, Tushar sir, Sachin sir, we connected with him way back in 1995. So we were one of the first batch of Voice. All across India and across globe to discover their higher purpose, which excelling in their professional pursuits. The book that we inaugurate today, Wisdom I, addresses the elephant in the room that our technical curricula has conveniently ignored. We have upgraded our technology from 5G to AI to quantum computing, but we haven't upgraded the user, that is the human mind. I now invite His Grace Radheshyam Prabhu to share his vision for creating Industry 5.0 ready engineers who are not biological robots but resilient, ethical, conscious humans. His Grace Radheshyam Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. First of all, I would like to welcome all the respectable dignitaries sitting in the assembly here today. I know how busy your life is. You have taken out your valuable time to join this evening gathering today because you are yourself an example of a leader living a life of values, ethics, character and morality in your lives. Understanding the need for these things, you have come here today and you are representing the mass of students out there in your respective colleges. I am grateful to you for your valuable time this evening. Thank you. Recently, I was in Massachusetts, Boston. One student from MIT was telling me that now they have made a robo which has practically all the movements that we have in our body. Finger movements, wrist movements, elbow movements, shoulder movements, hip movements, everything. The robo can run, it can go through the jungle, it can go even into the fire. There is no fear of sending a robot to the jungle because even if there's a lion, there is no problem for a robot. So, America was thinking, in future, the war need not be amongst humans. It can be with robots and we can save human lives. But in the course of the research, they found out that although robo is very helpful, if it is hacked by the enemy, then the same robot will take a button and shoot the person who sent it originally. Because it has no loyalty, because it has no awareness. So, just as you might have heard about the Frankenstein, a scientist who made a very dangerous kind of thing which became a great threat to him, long before H.G. Wells wrote a book called Thinking Machine. It was a sci-fi book where he predicted that the machine can later on make man into a slave. So now the students are becoming so dependent on ChatGPT and AI tools now, they are going to completely keep their brain uninvolved and they are going to fully utilize the machines. So many teachers, many leaders are very worried about the contemporary times in which we are living now. How are we going to deal with the children now? And one thing very intelligent people have understood, that we need human element along with AI in order for any field to be truly successful. And why that human element is important, we will appreciate in the discussion today. Imagine we are buying a Ferrari car, but we put a cycle driver to drive that car. How funny it would be, because the cycle driver won't know how to run a Ferrari. Similarly, now we have such a heavy-duty technologies available now, and what type of humans are going to handle it? Do they have personal values, interpersonal values, and social values, and spiritual values? Without these things, the heavy-duty technology, what we are utilizing now, can be a great threat. Therefore, we are here for this topic. So when you talk about the Industry 4.0, it was all about automation. The more you automate and less the involvement of humans, better it is. That was the idea. But Industry 5.0 is all about collaboration. So there is a human and machine collaboration. So machines are playing the role well. What about humans? So the machine can bring the speed, but the human must bring the wisdom. And if humans lack wisdom, the very same machines can become a very great threat. So, see, AI can process syntax, zeros and ones and things like that. But AI cannot process the semantics, the meaning, the feeling and ethics. I heard a true story from the book of Daniel Goleman and Robert Cooper. Once, general manager, he called like 14 people in his company for a board meeting. He flew into a tirade and he yelled at everybody because there was some loss of money in the company due to somebody's neglect. But then he shut down the company for a week because he went on a rage, which caused 10 times the loss what was originally incurred. So how funny it is, the meeting was called to warn the managers and scold them for the mistake they committed, and the GM himself ended up committing 10 times the mistake, 10 times the loss for the company. So that is why when we talk about semantics, the meaning, feeling and ethics, AI can be used to write a code to hack a bank even in 3 seconds. It can do that. But it takes a human being with values to decide what to do. Is it ethical to do it? Because machines don't know what is ethical and what is not. They only have a mass of power to do things like they are doing now. So the ethical behavior of humans has become extremely important now. That is why we don't want humans to be biological robots. We want them to be thinkers. We want them to have feelings for others in this world we are living in. So which is becoming more and more important now. So we have upgraded technology. What about our mind? Has human mind been updated? So here on the right side I have shown here, balancing technical excellence with emotional intelligence, resilience and holistic wellness. You see, these are the information you are seeing here from WHO, World Health Organization. It says for every $1 invested in mental wellness, the return is $4. This is not just charity, it's profitability. Is it not true? Because human being is nowadays dealing with millions and millions and millions of billions of dollars now. So if this is paid attention, the mental well-being of a human being is paid attention, it is going to lead to a great profit. Similarly, see, 93% of the employees now value soft skills as much as technical skill. Why? Because a brilliant coder who cannot communicate or handle stress is a bottleneck. Actually, I will show you later in the same series of slides, the burnout, what is the cost of burnout? Well, that is being spent, every country, how much it spends, you will see now. See the burnout cost. It is $15 billion annually for the burnout. So we are bleeding productivity, you can see that, because mind is being ignored. So I had written a book called as 12 Tips to Convert Stress into Smile. I do this corporate programs in many places with this book. So when we talk about stress, stress is not due to the outside pressure on us. Stress is how we respond to it. So unless we teach people to manage their mind, to learn to respond to stress nicely, they are going to be led to a burnout. Because everybody gets the same type of pressure. You cannot change the outside world the way it is going now. But we have to change the inner world. So Google and Intel, they run search inside yourself programs. Not because they are ashrams like we have ashram here. Because they know that the stressed mind cannot innovate. And if that world's top technological giants are doing it, why are our colleges waiting? Think about it. Like Google and Intel are adopting this type of training for their employees in a very big way. Actually, it should not happen only in the companies. It should happen in the colleges first. Because now the colleges and companies have a very big gap. One of the things they want to bridge the gap is to make the students market ready. But that is with respect to technical skills or with respect to very superficial skills of people dealing externally. Like we say, a cardboard face and a plastic smile, we say. But that type of training wouldn't do. We have to change the inner mechanism which involves the mind. See, one special advantage or an extra edge that India has over other parts of the world is 65% people of India are under the age of 35 years. What an amazing demographic dividend we have. Think about it. But the same advantage can turn out to be a disadvantage if the youths of India are not trained in self-management, in ethics and values, because the very same youths can experience burnout, stress and unemployability, leading to suicides, in Bangalore alone, in 2023, 248 students have committed suicide. Bangalore alone, just one city. So if we are going to not include this type of thing in the students' training, and we just make them technological giants, or we keep them emotional infants. This is what Martin Luther King once said. He said, we are economic giants, but emotional infants, he said. So that is why the demographic dividend can become demographic disaster without proper training. So you can see the comparison. We don't want the unemployment and unrest seen in other, like for example, the innovation in South Korea and Singapore, they are very good examples how they have taken advantage of this. They have focused on disciplined, focused human capital. On the other hand, like Latin America and other places where things have not been focused, a lot of resources are being wasted and the human beings have not been trained in discipline. So for example, if you have a nuclear power plant, it's certainly a very great asset, but if it is not having a coolant, a cooling system, it leads to a burnout. It can be a disaster. So every student should be considered like a nuclear power plant without a coolant when they are stressed. So the stress can cause that. So here are some stories, success stories. You can see that, students face this challenge, isn't it? When they are facing the challenge of high exam pressure and anxiety, there has been some training about breathing techniques like pranayama, and also the mantra meditation leads to focus. Florida University has done a research that those students who chanted 25 minutes, they took something like a few hundred students. Those who did that mantra meditation chant, they have been seen to give up bad habits, addictions, stress, depression. They have become free from those things. It's a recorded doctorate thesis by Dr. David Brian Wolf. And that's not the only one. All across the globe, I have got 25 international publications on how the Hare Krishna chant has benefited by various authors across the globe. So it is becoming increasingly important now because breathing technique just doesn't give only calming us down, it also oxygenates the brain for higher performance. But if they don't take out that quality time to be healthy in the body and mind, then their efficiency is going to be drastically reduced to like a blunt pencil. With a blunt pencil, you can never write legibly unless you take out time to sharpen it. Similarly, the burnout culture of coding for 18 hours is unsustainable culture, you see. So when we give this wisdom eye training, it's actually a weapon for creativity. The rest that we give is a weapon for creativity. It's not a loss of time. Like I told you about the polishing of a pencil. Yeah, here is an example of a collaborative team. I was recently reading a research by Stanford University. Even from the Harvard Business School and such kinds of students who are coming out, 57% of them have difficulty to understand their job description. But 82% of them have difficulty to deal with teams. They say, give my job, I will do alone. Don't ask me to work with people. 82%, can you just imagine it? So there is one marshmallow experiment also conducted in America by Stanford that teaches that those children who are able to practice self-control in seeing a marshmallow for 20 minutes and not touching it, isn't it? After 20 minutes, they are given 2 pieces. So those children who have the self-management, later on they performed as great leaders. So are our children learning such self-restraint, self-management now is a big question mark. That's why they are experiencing burnout and lack of team playing. So therefore we need surely some training beyond the technical skills. Yeah, look at these 2 sides. Here we are, the technical syllabus is about coding and algorithms and system design, data structures, all these things. But what we are talking here in today's meeting is focused attention training. Like we talk about Arjuna's focus. He could focus on the eye of the wooden bird and hit it without any distraction. You know, today's children are facing distraction of scrolling, smartphones, and they are also making unhealthy comparisons. They have parental expectations, societal expectations. And they also, due to the lack of this training, and they have unrealistic expectations themselves also. So therefore, there is no emotional regulation. Managing the frustration in the lab or team projects, it can reduce the conflict if you can teach them how to do it. Regulating their emotions. Actually, very simple techniques are given in the wisdom literatures like Gita, very easy to apply. But many of them don't have just the knowledge at all about it. So the ethical decision making is a very important thing as you see nowadays, because huge amount of wealth is involved. Somebody lacking in one, let me give you a simple example. In one of the industries, they had made one automobile part, the wheel. It was having a crack. The subordinate went to the boss and said, sir, it has a crack. Should we reveal it to the client? And the boss said, see, if you reveal it, he will not pay us the full amount. And if you don't reveal, what will happen? He said, sir, it can cause a terrible accident of the bus. And the bus may topple, people may die. So here is ethical consideration. So are you going to worry about the loss of 50 lives in the bus? Or are you going to just make profit for your own pocket? So the ethical consideration becomes important. Similarly, resilience building, growth mindset training to handle failure. This is a very important thing. When children failing in NEET exam or IIT JEE mains, many of them as you know, in Kota, Rajasthan, how many suicides happened? So not only our children should jump up and down when they succeed, but how to face failures with courage. Now the competition level has increased tremendously. So therefore, the wisdom eye training teaches how to run the human being operating them, not just teaches how to build the machines. So this is the book with its content, 6 sessions in this. The first session, it solves the root of the identity crisis. Even Arjuna in the beginning of the Gita, Lord Krishna told him, what's your real identity? Know who you are beyond this stage. Ask yourself a question, are you human being or are you human doing? Because world treats you as a human doing. What's your CGPA? In which company you got placed? What is your package? What award you won? What is your grade? Is it not? So they are talking always about doing. You will see a small child, it doesn't do anything for the mother, but mother feels so much love for the child, just for its being. A granddaughter, little daughter, feels so much joy seeing the grandfather, although grandfather is not very productive or doing anything big, simply by his affection. A flower which is blossomed in the garden, simply for its beauty you appreciate it. It doesn't have to go to college or school or prove anything. So we have to teach the people to learn to respect every living being for being, not for doing. So the first session teaches about that identity. The second session is a very important one about the mind game. You see, our mind is like an elephant. You train it well, the elephant can give you a blessing, the elephant can take you on its back. Even children can deal with an elephant. But if you don't train the elephant, a mad elephant can break the cars, can kill people. So mind is like that. So how to manage the mind and our thoughts and our emotions? That is the second topic. Third topic is about choosing our friends wisely. Many times when students come to college, by default, whoever comes their way, they connect with them. That is called as connection based on default connection. But we can design our association. Designing our association means picking our association. Is my association uplifting or is it degrading? So in the third session, they will learn that to avoid bad ambience, to avoid bad company, to avoid bad habits, and to replace them, substitute them with the positive association, uplifting association. So because we say that your network is your net worth, but your association is your destiny. That's going to decide your destiny. And the fourth session is about character. Why integrity is the ultimate carrier currency. You know about the Enron scandal. You heard about Satyam Computers. You heard about Volkswagen. See, when Volkswagen made the vehicle, they made a mechanism, they put a software to show that it is below the pollution control level. Millions of vehicles they made. They made profit of 7 million or so. 7 billion they made profit. But few years later, one scientist found that they have done a fraud. When it was found, they had to spend something like 20 billion or something. 3 times or 4 times of what they earned because of the Volkswagen fraud. So fraud doesn't happen only at smaller level, it happens at bigger level, because small or big level, human element is there. Human being, it depends on whether they have that ethical training. Enron scandal is similar one. So I have quoted these examples in the book. I have not only given unethical example, we have given ethical examples also. Like for example, Ratan Tata. When I was traveling here, in one place I saw Ratan Tata's photo was put, Deva Manush, it was written. Why? Because like we have Raja Rishi amongst the kings. Similarly, somebody who is very aligned with will of God and also doing welfare for the society. Like Ratan Tata, for example, he designed a car which will be only 1 lakh rupees price. Many of his friends told him, why didn't you make it 3 lakhs or 4 lakhs? He said, when I see the husband, wife and 2 children, going in a bike, I feel pity for them. He said, I want to see that in 1 lakh they can get a car. So how many business people think like that ethically? Think like about the welfare of the people. So it depends on the training that you give in the college. In the college, if they learn such things, when they grow up, when he was recruiting people in engineering colleges, he said only males allowed, he said. One lady was very upset, one girl. She said, why only male? Why not me? She applied. And the thing went up to Ratan Tata. Ratan Tata said, interview her. She was interviewed and she was chosen. So in his company, she was the only one working. One day she was standing outside the company. Ratan Tata came in his car and asked, it is going to be like 7 o'clock. Why are you standing alone here? She said, my husband is going to come and pick me up. So he got out of the car and he was waiting till her husband came. And then she was grateful. She said, thank you. It was getting dark. So Ratan Tata was very concerned that women should not be abused or exploited. He didn't employ them because of that. And this lady, do you know who it is? Sudhamurti, isn't it? Just see how big she... So she has expressed her appreciation. Huh? So, one good leader makes such an impact in society. Huh? Whether it is Satish Dhawan, who was the boss of Dr. Kalam, huh? Or whether it is Ratan Tata. So we want our students to be like them. Then we have a session on duty versus desire. This is a very big question also. All children want to play all day. They don't want to do the duty of studying. But parents want them to study, isn't it? Because most of them go by the dopamine. Anything that is thrilling, they want to do it. They want to eat chocolates until all the teeth are gone. So, therefore, how to inspire the children to stick to duty and not go by their desires which push them from the mind inside. So that's a session is on self-discipline. How to learn self-discipline. Everywhere there is discipline. See the gas cylinder, there's a regulator. See the kite flying in the sky, you have a spool regulating it. See the traffic, it has a regulation. There's a traffic policeman. Nowhere you can do anything good without discipline. So the chapter gives many stories, examples, and how to apply the self-discipline practically. And the last session is on action and reaction, karma and the consequences. How, things come around. We can't afford to, play with the environment or with people and think that nothing will happen. How the consequences come. For every action, there is a reaction. So in this way, he talks about what is essential for ethical AI and sustainable engineering. So that is being taught. So these 6 sessions, you can understand them. These are like the source code for a successful life. So, you all know that we have the IKS now. So it is a national, education program 2020, an AICTE requirement that there is a mandate that there has to be training in the human values, isn't it? So when I made this book, I took clue from many of the professors in the colleges. Based on their guidance, this book is made. So that we are not just teaching some moral science or teaching some stories from the scriptures. We are actually giving many pointers and real-life examples in the book, which will actually help the students to really cultivate the type of character and ethics necessary for a capable leader. So the current curriculum is having that gap for holistic development. That is why this book is made like a play and plug solution. Everything is ready. I have also spoken 23 videos, which are 20 minutes each for the whole book. All the 6 sessions are available in 23 short videos, 20 minutes videos. So we have also made like a self-paced course. You can see that there is also a return on investment. Academic students can gain a sharper focus, better grades, low dropout rates from the college. Similarly, employability also, they will be future-ready leaders with the type of skills I was telling you, relationship, ethical behavior, all those things. And the wellness training reduces stress, burnout, and absenteeism. And students evolve into empathic leaders. So we have made an implementation framework also. Things are ready. We will share with you. So we don't have to have a fixed period in a week. It could be a self-paced course also. So this course was first accepted by MIT ADT in Loni. There is a college. There is Dr. Atul Patel, who is running the holistic department there. So he was the first one who was very inspired by this and invited us to give a presentation. I had gone to the college on their foundation day. We had a presentation, and 2,900 students are participating in this course. And they're giving 2 credits for this course. And that's the first college we joined. And we are also, D.Y. Patel College, Madam, the Dean of Academic Affairs, that Madam has taken the book. She was very impressed with this. She said, we want to do it in the D.Y. Patel College in coming academic year. When it is starting, they are going to do also. So we have got 3 schemes. Either students can do it in a self-paced way. If you want us to come and teach, we have teachers also available. We can send them weekly once or monthly twice. As per your convenience, we can send. Or if you want your own college teachers to teach it, then we have a train the trainer course also. We can train your teachers, a group of them, maybe 4 or 5, and they can return to the college and they can teach it also. Or if the students can do it in a self-paced way, the recordings are available. We have a LMS available also. Students can directly go to the website, take it down from the LMS. They do the quizzes and everything. We do certification, we do. So you can also keep it as a credited course or a non-credit course. It's up to you. But if you keep it as a credited course, that goes to show you are really serious about it. You want the students to take it. Students also take it seriously if you keep it a credited course. So thank you for your valuable time listening to this. And I also would like to learn from all of you. Many of you from the educational field have come here today, and when you all bring up your points, we will make note of it, and it will be helpful for us in bridging the gap between ethical living and the technological progress. We want to bridge it more and more because our India is called as Bharat. Bha means Prakash. Rat means those who are engaged in. So Bharat means those who are engaged in the brilliant wisdom of the Vedas. And people who live that lifestyle, it's not just only that science or technology alone. It is the human values with which Indian humanism of the Indian country is marvelous, and that is the reason we have G20. So many countries across the globe tying up with India. India is like a world leader in spirituality, and we can impact the world in a very powerful way if we include this training as a part of the course curriculum. Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you for very illuminating presentation. Few points to recall. Prabhuji highlighted dangers of proficient but hacked robots, challenges of AI, and need for moving from automation to collaboration, that is Industry 4.0 to 5.0. Training and the reward costs, which are for the emotional training, how the burnout costs are in billions, and how to save these. The course that is being discussed outlines 6 sessions: self-identity, befriending one's mind, choosing association, building character, ethical AI, and sustainable engineering. The book also discusses, he highlighted the practical and ethical, unethical examples, practical examples from the contemporary world. And the book also comes with the video series so that the online books, the course can be completed. So we thank Prabhuji by a big round of applause. Now we come to the next session, that is the book launch ceremony. Industry 5.0 demands our engineers not just ask the questions, can we build this, but should we build this? Not just is it efficient, but is it ethical? And not just does it work, but does it serve humanity? This is the book Wisdom Eye provides that missing compass. Now I invite the dignitaries, the distinguished guests from various institutes to grace the stage and join us for the book launch. Fortunately, before we proceed for the book launch, we had the chief guest, Honorable Chandrakant Patil ji, who are supposed to grace the occasion, but somehow the last minute arrangement, he could not reach here, so he has forwarded a video, recorded video, which we will play right away.
विजडम आई, ये राधेश्याम दास इन्होंने लिखा हुआ जो किताब है, ये किताब कुल मिलाकर मैनेजमेंट के कोर्सेज करने वाले, इंजीनियरिंग के कोर्सेज करने वाले, अब आगे जाकर एआई बेस टेक्नोलॉजी का अभ्यास करने वालों के लिए बहुत उपयोगी है। सबसे महत्व की बात, 2020 में माननीय मोदी जी ने, इस देश के पंतप्रधान आदरणीय माननीय मोदी जी ने जो आग्रह किया कि नई शैक्षणिक धोरण में भारतीय ज्ञान परंपरा, इंडियन नॉलेज सिस्टम, इस पर हमने थ्रस्ट देना चाहिए, बल देना चाहिए, क्योंकि ब्रिटिशों ने हमारे दिमाग में इस देश में कुछ नहीं था, हमने आकर सारा निर्माण किया, ये दिमाग में डाला, उसको निकाल कर यह दुनिया में प्रगत राष्ट्रों में जो भी है उसकी शुरुआत ही हमने की। व्याकरण का शोध यहाँ लगा, शून्य का शोध यहाँ लगा, दुनिया की डिक्शनरी पहले बार यहाँ बनी। ऐसा सारा हमारा जो ज्ञान है, भारतीय ज्ञान परंपरा, उसको सबको अवगत कराना चाहिए। इसलिए इस पुस्तक का बहुत महत्व है। हम महाराष्ट्र शासन के अभ्यासक्रम में भी इसका विचार करेंगे। खूब शुभेच्छा।
Thank you, Honorable Minister Chandrakant Dada Patil sir. Your kind presence through video means a lot for us, and we are moving from the Macaulay system to the Vedic system very conveniently now. Very surely there are steps being taken for that. Now we proceed to the book launch ceremony. By Lord's grace, we are being graced by multiple dignitaries present here. So we will invite some of them for the book launch, and then we will invite some of the dignitaries for the panel discussion, so that we will have the best of the both. Now I invite following dignitaries, please come over to the stage and grace the occasion for the book launch ceremony. Professor Sandeep Sagar Dikle sir, Dr. Punjab Rao Kothe, Dr. M.S. Sagare from Bharati Vidyapeeth University. Dikle sir is from MIT WPU. Professor Sunil Redekar sir or Dr. Manoj Tarambade sir, one of you most welcome, because another personality we want for panel discussion. We are inviting one of them from each institute. Dr. Rajendra Patil sir, Government Polytechnic Pune. Dr. Sachin Komble, VIT Pune. Dr. Bharati Upadhyay, BMCC Pune. His Grace Antardvip Prabhu, Vice President Voice. His Grace Amshu Prabhu, Director Voice. Please give them a big round of applause. And finally, we have His Grace Radheshyam Prabhu. Please kindly grace the function. Oh, please.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Request now all the dignitaries to kindly unveil the book.
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Take a round of applause for the book.
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Everyone, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. So, the copy of the book will be available. So, this is the book, Wisdom Eye. It's a beautiful all-colored book. It will soon come to you. His Grace Radheshyam Prabhu signing the copies.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you all the dignitaries. Now some of the dignitaries are panelists themselves, so we will be proceeding to the next segment here now, that is the panel discussion. So within the panel discussion we have Dr. Panjabrao Kathe sir from the Panjabrao Kathe Foundation, Dr. M.S. Sagare from Bharati Vidyapit University, Shri Sunil Redekar sir or Manoj Tarambade sir, one of them from PVG College. Then we have Anand Yavlekar sir, scientist TRDDC Pune, he is an ex-scientist from GM Motors. Tushar Gaikwad, Program Director Tata Technologies and also Director Bhaktivedanta Model School. Please come over to the stage. Dr. Pradeep Zadav sir. Vedic tradition is a tradition of discussion. Bhagavad Gita is a book of discussion. It is not commandments which have to be followed. It is book of discussion, it is book of choice. Bhagavad Gita, after speaking entire Bhagavad Gita, Lord asks Arjuna that, my dear Arjuna, have you understood everything? And then gives the choice, Yathechasi tatha kuru. So the panel discussion, Vade Vade Jayate Tattva Bodha Samvade Samvade Vardhate Pradnyalokaha Naikanta Drishtya Rushiyehu Jagmu Prashnottarevam Param Vivekam. Now let us begin with our panel discussion session. Through this spirit of deliberation and discourse, we are now moving to our panel discussion session. For next 30 minutes, we have these dignitaries on the dais. And we are having 12 questions to be answered. Let us see how much questions we can take. Yeah, so, yeah, please be seated. And yes. Through this panel discussion, Keeping this theme in mind, we have certain questions and we will be discussing. Our discussion today centers around IKS, Indian knowledge system, and how wisdom traditions can address the crisis that His Grace Radheshyam Prabhu highlighted. We have upgraded technology, but not the technology user, that is the human mind. So the first question is about the paradigm shift that Industry 5.0 is bringing in. Prabhuji mentioned that Industry 5.0 emphasizes human-machine collaboration, unlike the Industry 4.0, which is pure automation. From your corporate experience, I would like to begin with Anand Yavlikarji. What specific human qualities beyond technical skills do you find most lacking in the fresh engineering graduates today?
Thank you for inviting in this August assembly. So I've been in the industry for over 20 years now, and I do interact with a lot of youngsters. We recruit all the time from India's premier engineering colleges. While people are brilliant, students are brilliant, they have been trained to crack puzzles, solve problems, maths problems, through years of coaching, years of entrance exams. This is all very good. But increasingly, there are disturbing trends which we are seeing. The first is take it or leave it attitude. I will do the way I like, the way I want. Don't get behind me, or else I'm going. So this is the first problem. And the problem has reached to such a level that in the IT industry, in a broad sense, people who have been there for 15 years, 20 years, 25, 30 years, they are finding it difficult to relate to the next generation. It is difficult to get work done, projects executed with high quality, if you have a lot of youngsters in your team, because of this non-adjusting attitude. It's becoming an epidemic, in fact. The second is, youngsters are giving up very easily. They are not resilient in the face of challenge. They don't stand, learn and fight for long, like many in the previous generation have been through. So when things come easy to you, you also lose the ability to stand and fight for long. And when things come the hard way to you, like for most of us here from the previous generation, we learn to be rooted, stay, learn, fight, adapt, adjust. So this is a disturbing trend. People give up easily. To the extent that TCS has launched about 7 years back a program called TCS Cares. This is a full department in TCS, and the head of the department reports to the CEO of TCS. And what is this department in charge of? This is a department in charge of counseling, emotional caregiving, and very close to what was shown here in the slides by Radheshyam Prabhu, human being upgradation. So an entire department, a head of the department, with a force of about 30-40 full-time people, including the entire HR department. They have 50% of their work assigned for the TCS Cares role. And I have been inducted as a caregiver counselor in the TCS Cares workforce. And the statistics I heard for the first time, they are disturbing. People in TCS who approach TCS Cares counselors is 5% of the TCS workforce every year. So we get cases which is 5% of the TCS workforce every year. So TCS is 6 lakh plus employees. Approximately 20 to 25,000 cases come to this department every year. Now many of them are not serious. For example, differences with colleagues, difference with manager, stress, some physical, some limitation, some disease. Okay, but an alarmingly high number is of the severe category, where bright engineers who have been recruited in the last 3 odd years, they are contemplating on suicide. And we were briefed on how case by case suicides were prevented, suicides were sort of they tried their best with a 80-90% success rate. So we are not just students, professionals in TCS, not just TCS, all over the IT industry. We have witnessed suicides, unfortunately.
Yeah,
And because people are extremely difficult to change because of their upbringing of just performance, crack, they can't see anything beyond this. This is going into an epidemic, is causing a lot of problem.
Yes, so
I think many of you will agree. And
surely agree, Anand sir. I am also come from academics. Nowadays, even the first year students consider final year student as previous generation.
oh my
So,
God.
the generation is like more than, 3 years is you are outdated and you are next generation. So, what you said is very true, the generation gap.
Yeah.
So, the next question is about the semantics and the syntax crisis. AI, we know AI is all about working with zeros and ones, end of the day. So this question go to academicians, that how do we currently teach our students to find meaning and purpose to their world in the world of zeros and ones? Any one of you can just take up. Please, sir.
In my mind, question is whether to give a long answer or a short answer. But
sure.
one thing is clear, 0 and 1, these are mathematics actually. But the people, they will work on a continuous basis, our behavior.
Right.
So precaution has to be taken. So do not allow 0, 1 to overtake you, to command you, and only one thing will remain with you, that is nothing but calm and quiet mind, and spiritual approach will only give you that solution. One has to live with 0 and 1, no doubt about it, but do not have a race with them. So that balance has to be maintained.
Very good.
And probably India is the only solution in world. So spirituality will keep you always on a ground to think which is correct, which is wrong. So do not worry, someone is overtaking you. So this will happen. But whether I am satisfied at my position is very important, and having a satisfaction at your position, you will be the king in the market. So please do not worry for that 0 and 1, AI and all these things. So तुम्हीच तुमच्या जीवनाचे शिल्पकार आहे spiritual basis वर. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Very wonderful message. Don't race with zeros, you will be a 0. Don't race with 1, you will never be the 1.
Only one add in that
yes,
one.
Please, sir.
Good evening, one and all. Because 0 and 1, in technical term, that is a true and false.
Right.
But students' point of view, that 0 please keep before 1, that is the 1. And 0, that value, so after 1, to increase your value. So how to add your value, it is your hand. So please be alert, because in IKS system and new education policy, that is not only focus on only one subject or topic. You want definitely that is a multidisciplinary knowledge, interdisciplinary knowledge, and transdisciplinary knowledge. So that 3 words are very important in your life. So thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. So, sir integrated both zeros and ones. He said that begin first place the 1 and then keep on adding zeros so that your value increases from 1 to 10 to 100. Srila Prabhupada incidentally exactly pointed the same thing. That all the material advancement ultimately are the list of zeros. Unless we have the spiritual element in that, which is the real one, that every material skill when added with spiritual paradigm will become extremely valuable. So this is the good discussion on zeros and ones. Next we have the question about the skill gap paradox. So in the modern world, what is happening is there is a real skill gap, which is not technical so much, but it is about discipline, responsibility, as Anand sir was describing. In the Indian knowledge system, there were the system of Gurukul education. So now the question here is, what prevents us from formally integrating these soft skills, which are actually the hardest to develop? So I would ask Director BMS, because he has the direct experience of training kids over the soft skills. Please take on to this, and everybody is free to add to this.
Hello. So first of all, I would like to thank you, all the organizers, for giving me this opportunity here today. Being part of this wonderful assembly of the academicians and the corporate people. This question is related to what is stopping us from integrating the values with the academics, right? Yeah. Yes. Somehow the mindset of human growth and economic growth, they are misidentified by the academicians maybe decades back. The growth of the country is always equated with the economic growth. And the growth of the country is calculated based on the GDP. Now, how much percentage is grown. So, when the economic growth is kept in the center, then all the human population is trained and the curriculums are designed in a way that they can be sucked into various industries where the production and the services can be made better and better. In this whole course of growth of the economy, what happens is the end result of the academics is the input to the industry. So I am working for the last 25 years in multinational company. I have taken thousands of interviews of engineers passing out from IITs and many other colleges. The gap, what we see, what we need in the job and what students are passing out with, except some top 20%, rest of them are actually, we feel we need to train them further. And then only they can be, because all of us are thinking from the industry perspective, how this person can create more products, better products with better quality. But in this whole system, the development of the person is missing. And that is where this gap is created, because the focus is on the production, the percentage profits, companies becoming unicorn and rising their fund base in the stock market, etc. So when the education is looked as the job giving opportunity, then it is creating a problem. Whereas the education has to be identifying who am I. So this book, Wisdom I saw the first chapter itself is the identity of the person. Yeah. So today the world is facing this identity crisis and identifying ourselves as a money-making machine based on my degrees versus I am a person who needs to grow further and become a holistic development at the end. That is where the gap.
Yeah, wonderful. Thank you. Thank you for that. Very nice point. Anybody wants to add on to say? Sir was saying about the output of the academics is input to industry. So we find at industry point, we find students who are very well educated, but they are under-trained and undervalued. So value from the hard perspective, the real skills, and value also from the perspective of soft skills. So there we have to change by changing the perspective towards education. Thank you. The next question is about, interesting one, the ancient wisdom applied to modern problems. Like Prabhuji was describing about karma and consciousness, duty versus desire, and this kind of battle is thousands of years old. So how do we prevent Gen Z from this particular aspect? How to raise them from instant gratification from social media to, without being sounding preachy or irrelevant, we have to be interesting to them. At the same time, they should also take the interest. So how to work about? Anybody, please.
Hello. Hare Krishna. ज़ंजी, अब आपको सबको मालूम है क्या क्या हो रहा है वर्ल्ड वाइड। किसी देश की सरकार अगर बदलना है तो ज़ंजी आगे आ जाता है। तो इसका रीज़न ही ये है कि जो सोशल मीडिया है, सोशल मीडिया का जो इफ़ेक्ट है वो इतना डेंजरस हो रहा है कि हम लोग वेस्टर्न जो एटीट्यूड है, वेस्टर्न कल्चर है वो एक्सेप्ट कर रहे हैं, और जो वेस्टर्न लोग हैं वो अपना कल्चर एक्सेप्ट कर रहे हैं। बराबर है? इतना ज़्यादा उसका इफ़ेक्ट हमारे पे हो रहा है। तो इसका एक ही चीज़ है कि हमको जो कृष्ण भगवान ने एक जो मंत्र दिया है, हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। मुझे तो ऐसा लगता है कि चाहे कोई भी एजुकेशन हो जिसमें स्पिरिचुअलिटी कंटेंट उसके अंदर अगर है तो वहाँ से ही हमको डिसिप्लिन आएगा। और जहाँ डिसिप्लिन है, जहाँ हमारे जो पुराने लोग हैं, एंसेंट लोग हैं, जिन्होंने ये कल्चर डेवलप किया है और हज़ारों लाखों साल से जो कंटिन्यू हो रहा है, इसके पीछे कुछ तो भी पावर है। वो जो पावर है वो कृष्णा की पावर है। ये जो कल्चर हो रहा है, आज जो हमारा यहाँ कार्यक्रम हो रहा है, मुझे इतना अच्छा लग रहा है ये सुन के। हम तो उसके जो आंसर है, जो बुक्स के आंसर है वो टेक्निकल है, सब मोबाइल पे दिए हुए हैं, सब कुछ अवेलेबल है। अभी एक ही चीज़ अवेलेबल नहीं है, जो है भक्ति। वो जो हमारे को भक्ति है, हमारे अंदर अगर चेंज लाना है, हम सबके अंदर चेंज लाना है, तो जो पुराना और नया इसका जो संगम है वो एक ही कर सकता है, वो जो है वो कृष्णा।
Thank you, sir. We talked about relevance, and you just, perfectly gave a very relevant answer. Here there are voice members who are students, and at the same time they are devotees also. So there is a lot of clapping for you. Thank you. So sir described about importance of accepting right culture, power of mantra meditation, and and these people are dhurandhar in all that. So thank you. Next we go ahead with the problem that was cited in the lecture, that is Enron and the Volkswagen question. That ethical decision making, in our industries we have witnessed situations where technically brilliant engineers caused harm due to ethical blindness. How to prevent ethical blindness? Yeah, please.
Hare Krishna. I must thank first Honorable Radheshyamdas for the book Wisdom I. This book will solve all the questions which you are asking.
Thank you.
Because the question is, who am I? His first lesson. We see our mirror. We see ourselves in the mirror. That is, I know. Who am I? You see, we have to read Bhagavad Gita, Jnaneshwari. There will find the answer, who am I? Now, your question that will be solved by the who am I? I am AI. Today, AI is solving all the problems, and that's all. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. You rightly said the book is Wisdom I. Wisdom I literally translates as Shastra Chakshu. So that is the the Sanskrit parlance of Wisdom I. And the real, now previously we used to tell people we have to realize we are not the body, but now we have to realize that we are not AI. So correct. So it is. As academicians we have really a big problem because assignments are lost, Now everybody is solving on ChatGPT. So what you will give? Teachers are also giving using ChatGPT, and we have just become a training machines of Sam Altman. Right? Teachers are training questions and students are training answers to ChatGPT. So in this world of AI, it is very important to know the first chapter. That is, who we really are. That is the self-perspective. Very important thing, and that can actually save us from the bad decisions coming out of ethical, the bankruptcy. The next question is about the character versus intelligence. So as our school BMS, we have the logo here, character, competence, devotion. But often at the academic institutes, what happens is only competence is stressed and not the character. So how to bridge the gap and how to stress more on competence? Should we give some marks to students for having some good values in life, or should we simply be happy they are solving right problems and making right codes? Yeah, yes, madam, please.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Basically, the national education policy has opened the doors for these things. Like somebody said, the first panelist, there is this generation thing. Amcha generation madhe we had to work hard, so we were humble. We waited for things to happen, and it's very quick in your generation. Lots of things sir is covering, soft skills. I have taught soft skills in my career a lot. And recently I went through an article because like sir said, we like to imbibe the West. The West is imbibing us. I was going through for some latest articles on soft skills on internet, and it was an American author. The first line, this is for you students, how important soft skills is, as he said, and national education policy is trying to bridge this gap. Everybody says how to develop. What is soft skills? Kaisa develop karne ka? We all are so smart, we convey so well. So the first line that was written in that research paper was ki baki sab kuch we will train. We will mold, we will do everything. What we are still looking for in 2025 is also soft skills. The person should possess soft skills, appreciation, humble attitude, a hunger or a drive to learn. All this will automatically turn your personality in such a way, because there are going to be hundreds of people when you go for interview. Everybody is going to be A+. Everybody is going to have a score of more than 9.5 CGPA. What is going to set you apart is these qualities, and those qualities, like sir pointed out, will come with the base of spiritualism. Take me in writing. I have an example at home. I have a son who is 28 years old, a basic, simple graduate. But it's not the mother talking. I have seen him grow, and these things help a lot. Chanting helps. The base of spiritualism helps, and that humbleness. I was taken aback when he was selected in a company where he's still working. It is a very competitive company, and they only select toppers. This boy had a basic percentage. But what I know as a mother, and I have seen over there as an administrator also during the interview rounds, is soft skills is this: to be able to show your conviction in something, to show that humble doesn't mean that I am, like this and I am needy, not like that. A power, and that comes via discipline of chanting, that comes via discipline of spiritualism. Soft skills is not something which you can get up and I can teach you, do this, sit like this, talk like that. It has to show from your personality, and that helps. That politeness, it is not, it's going to be polite, to mere ko piche khichenge. I should not show that I'm, like this, begging for, begging for attention. No, sir, what I'm doing is look towards me. No. That shows conviction, and it comes automatically. I have experienced it. I have experienced it with youngsters, and let it be anybody, any deity whom you love. But chanting and spiritualism will create that base. You will be able, automatically it shows in your personality, and you will adjust. Like he said, thoda to kabhi sunna padta hai. You have to take a back step sometimes. Why think of suicides? The world is open for you. National education policy, sir, has brought that in the hands of academicians. It's up to us also how you will use it. And you all, you are in that Gen Z, Gen X. You can create that change. Unfortunately, let me just give a small example. Some of my students who are already placed as HR in big companies visited us for a reunion. Now we are almost 18 to 19-year-old course in BMCC. They said, ma'am, it's sad, but we want people who are 30 plus now. We don't want people who are 21 or 22 because of the indecisiveness and running away. Hop, skip and jump is not going to get you. Integrity is what is going to get you. Integrity means एक जगह पे 5 साल रुको. They said अब वो ज़माना गया. 2 साल में job change करो. 1 साल में job change करो. नहीं. They want you to stay there. They want you to stay there, learn. The next company is going to hire you on that. You have stayed at a place. You have gained something. You have given importance to that campus. So you all are the precious marvels of India. This base is going to help us a lot.
Thank you, madam. This was more answer from mother. Yes, sir.
Which two words you have used just now? One is intelligence and another one?
One more is a character and competence. Competency.
Competence.
Yes.
Only one word, one line I will add. All my dear students, please remember. If you are intelligent, but character is no there, so your value is 0. If you are intelligent and you are having character, your value is infinity in the market. So please remember.
Thank you, sir. So they have very precisely pointed out that skills are cheap, passion is priceless. In the words of Steve Jobs, he says that stay hungry, stay foolish. So foolish doesn't mean being foolish. Foolish means teachable. So we need to remain teachable. Madam also pointed out importance of following etiquettes. In the curriculum, we also have a class on etiquettes, and we teach them, how to present your point, how to behave. We call them Vaishnav etiquettes, but we do have a class on etiquettes. Yeah.
Yes, one more add in that one, because one story means Ramayana is there, and character. सब लोगों ने रामायण सुना है. उसमें राम जी, सीता माई, लक्ष्मण जी एंड वन मोर हनुमान जी. तो हनुमान जी को राम जी ने सीता माई को खोजने के लिए एक अंगूठी दी थी. वो अंगूठी लेके निकल गए वहाँ से, और वहाँ पे जाते वक्त तो उनको एक बहुत बड़ा अच्छा रंभा मेनका ऐसा वाला एक परिवार दिखा. बहुत मीन्स उसका मन कर रहा था कि वहाँ पे रुकना है, लेकिन उनका एम था कि वहाँ पे मेरे को जाके सीता माई को ढूंढना है. तो उन्होंने उनको रिजेक्ट कर दिया. आगे गया और एक राक्षस ऐसा एक चित्र था, तो उन्होंने किया कि नहीं, मेरे को उसको खाना है. तो आपको सबको पता है कि हनुमान जी छोटे भी होते थे, बड़े भी होते थे. तो हनुमान जी जैसे जैसे बड़े होते थे वो राक्षस का मुंह बड़ा होता जाता, और उनके अंदर वो हनुमान जी गए और छोटे होके बाहर भी आए. मीनिंग इज़ दैट कि आदमी को कब छोटा होना चाहिए और कब बड़ा होना चाहिए, ये हमने हनुमान जी से सीखा. दूसरा भी है, आदमी को कब मृदु होना चाहिए और कब हार्ड होना चाहिए,
कठोर. यस,
वो कठोर होना चाहिए, वो भी सीखा. तो दैट इज़ द कैरेक्टर, एंड इन दैट वन कि हाउ टू चेक योर कैरेक्टर एंड वेयर यू कैन सेट और suitable for your place. That is one story from you.
Thank you. Madam talked about patience and staying patiently at one place. Madam, the personality sitting next to you, Tushar sir, he is 1998 he got selected in Tata Technologies, and it is 2025 he is in the same company. So big round of applause for this level of patience. So although spiritual wisdom is timeless, but this program is controlled by time. We have to come to conclusion. So there is a last question now. So everybody can take the turn, and whoever wants to answer. Radheshyam Prabhu wants to position Maharashtra as a pioneering human-centric technological leader. In every engineering college in Maharashtra, if they adopt this wisdom eye or the IKS-based kind of electives, what would be the engineering landscape look like? Engineering colleges will look like 5 years from now. Can you just paint that rosy picture to all of us so that we will be more committed and driven to make sure that this book reaches as many colleges as possible. Yes, sir.
Basically, it will lead to confusion to clarity.
Wow, thank you. So this will lead to from chaos to clarity, from confusion to clarity. Yes,
Exactly.
please.
The spread of this book, the spread of this knowledge, it will help society at large for their peaceful living and not following the odd things, by understanding them how to grow and where to keep satisfaction. So this will be very useful for them.
Thank you.
So this
Thank you,
should
sir.
reach, so it should be a part of curriculum. Radheshyam sir said that it should be a credit course or non-credit course. It is not matter, but at what intensity we are teaching student and how they are gaining these concept is very important. So definitely from my college side, my Sanstha side, Pune Vidyarthi Gruha, we will try our level best to add it in our curriculum. as
Thank
we are
you so
autonomous.
much.
Even though we can introduce all the in all our branches also, not only in the engineering college but in the school level also, we will introduce all these
Thank you so much.
chapters.
So,
I am from Government Polytechnic and my institute is autonomous. I can also introduce this and I will keep a credit for this course.
thank you, sir. Sir comes from a very well-known institute, GPP, right? Government Polytechnic Pune. It's a brand in itself.
Wisdom eye. This is third eye.
Yes.
And we have to think over it. Because in Oxford University about 10 years back I visited. There one lady was reading something underground, on a ground. I asked her, "What are you reading?" She answered, "I am not reading. I am thinking and grasping my notes to fulfill not the answer in examinations, but fulfill in my life."
Wow, amazing. So, thank you so very much. We request dignitaries to be seated here. Thank you all the distinguished panelists for such a vibrant question answer session. To summarize, what we would say is, as students, what we have received till now, the Wisdom Eye book has come now, but what you are practicing is Wisdom Eye for last 3-4 odd years. And we are very grateful to Radheshyam Prabhu and the ecosystem that is being created around this, that creates practice of this very easily possible. You are all decision makers. I also come from academic background. The real problem, maybe one of the real problem is, what has happened is, for IKS, Indian Knowledge System, Gen Z is interested, but the teachers who are teaching this subject to Gen Z, they themselves are not as interested as the students. How many of you agree? Yeah, many of them agree. So, thank you. So, apart from teaching students, what is equally important is, creating that kind of desire within our faculty members. So, we are very grateful that we are going ahead with the students program, but we also urge you to have the faculty development program around this IKS, and it is not some burden to be finished off which has come from some Modi government, but it is really the need of the hour. So we have to really convince people, they have to themselves internally understand this and deliver, because if the teacher loves the subject, students will invariably love the subject. So thank you very much, and this is how we come to the close of the panel discussion. So give a big round of applause to all the dignitaries. We ask them to be seated here. Now we come to the next part of the program, almost the final part of the program, that is Arjuna Awards. So Arjuna Awards, they are very special awards. Arjuna is known as Raja Rishi. Raja Rishi means he is Raja as well as Rishi. Arjuna is a hero standing on the battlefield, and he is personality who embodies all three together: character, competence and devotion. Arjuna was a great devotee of the Lord. Bhakto sime sakha cheti. He is also a great personality with great character. We know that Arjuna going to the heavenly planets and Urvashi offering herself. Just imagine. Of course, don't imagine also. Okay. So, and Arjuna could control himself. And he was extremely competent. He is Savyasachin. Savyasachin means he can fight from both the hands equally well. So this is character, competence and devotion. So the students who excel very well in their academics, also they excel in their the spiritual duties. We greet them with this Arjuna award. So these are some of the jewels we will be coming here and receiving this Arjuna awards. So one after another I will be calling students and requesting dignitaries to hand over the prizes. So yeah, so I request everyone to be. So the first one is Jai Charan, third year BTech students from NIT-K, that is Surathkal. He has received the national level OP Jindal Management and Engineering Scholarship Award 2024. He is also department second topper with CGPA at NIT-K, 9.56 at the end of 5th semester. Give him a big round of applause, Jai Charan. We request His Grace Radheshyam Prabhu also to be present here. So Jai Charan, he received the OP Jindal Management Award, CGPA 9.56 at the end of 5th semester. Next we have Pavan Dhage, second year BTech Textile Engineering student from SGGC College Nanded. He scored high ranks in the first year. He scored 7.6 in the first year. By that time he was not a voice member. After joining voice, he is now at 9.46 pointer. And he is also the department topper. Okay. So, it is that the voice is the mechanism where we want a complete rehauling of the student, not just spiritually, even academically. So he only happily reported his number 7.6 pointers in first year to 9.46 pointer and being department topper at the end of the second year. Next is Sarvesh Shendekar. He is a final year student, Information Technology, VIIT or now VIT Pune. He is the branch topper and specifically in the research work, he presented a paper utilizing AI in the plant diseases technology and especially vertical farming. And this achieved national cognizance for him. He is also branch topper with CGPA of 9.24. Give him a big round of applause. Sarvesh Shendekar from VIT Pune. Thank you. Thank you, Sarvesh. Next is Sushant Nikaju, who is a second year mechanical engineering student, again VIT Pune. In the field of research, he presented a paper based on robotics, and this paper was Scopus indexed. So thank you, Sushant. Sushant here, second year student. Give him a big round of applause. We have researchers, devotees, real Rishi here. Next is Prathamesh Bansode, fourth year student, artificial engineering and artificial intelligence and data science. He serves as the community service director at the Rotaract Club. Bells of Joy, he distributed 5,000 food packets to underprivileged families. And Gaja Sanskriti, that is collaborative club for events having 500 plus volunteers, 10 plus colleges, NGOs, and specifically serving the Ganesh Chaturthi festival and Durga festival, especially at the Gudushet Mandir. Give him a big round of applause, Prathamesh. Finally, we have Suraj Raut. He is second year students from Karma Yogi Institute, Pandharpur. And as the college's name goes Karma Yogi, he is also Karma Yogi. He is a yogi by being a devotee and he is doing his karma very well and he is the college topper. Give him big round of applause, Suraj Raut. So I invite all the award recipient, Arjuna award recipient to come over the stage and we'll have a photograph with dignitaries. Please come over here. We invite His Grace Antardvip Prabhu Vice President Voice, and His Grace Amshu Prabhu, Director Voice, to be also present here. Yeah, yes. Yeah, please come over to this side. So for smiling, we say Hari, and naturally smile comes on the face. So that is, yeah. So thank you. Give them a big round of applause. Thank you everyone. And this is how we conclude the Arjuna Award ceremony. I request dignitaries to take over their seats as well. Friends, just as Arjuna was a skilled warrior who needed Krishna's wisdom to become complete, our engineering students possessing technical skills, they also need wisdom-eye, Shastra Chakshu, to become more complete and see the true purpose. Bhagavad Gita beautifully says, Karmanyeva adhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana. We have right to perform our prescribed duty, but we are not entitled to the fruits of action. The students we honor today, they exemplify this principle. They are dedicated to learning, committed to excellence, and performing their duties extremely well. So now we come to the concluding part that we want to So we also want to very profusely thank all the dignitaries here on the dais. We request His Grace Radheshyam Prabhu to come over and hand over our token of appreciation. In ancient India, the tradition of Dakshina was practiced as a gratitude. It is not a payment, but it is a profound appreciation for the knowledge that is being shared over here in the panel discussion and their mere presence here. Today, we offer this small token for your kind presence. And I request His Grace Radheshyam Prabhu to, as a symbol of our gratitude for your commitment to educational transformation. Yeah, please. Kirtan can go. Thank you for gracing us with your wisdom, your time, your support to this mission. This is truly Atithi Seva, service to the honored guest. Thank you everyone. There are some personalities who are sitting below, so you are please request, please come over. Sir, please be there on the stage. Yeah, please, madam. you everyone. Before we conclude, let us capture this historic moment, the convergence of ancient wisdom and the modern innovation of technical excellence and ethical consciousness. We request all the dignitaries to come here for the group photograph. Amshu Prabhu. Thank you everyone.
We must thank you
Thanks a lot. Radheshyam
Hare Krishna. So I loved the panel very much, which was led by Makarand Uppkare, sir. He studied in Bharatiya Vidyapith College. He was the topper in the chemical engineering department. Yeah. So if he speaks in Marathi, it is even more sweeter. So he became a devotee in 1995. He, his good wife and daughter, they're all right living just this side of the temple, but they're very active in our community. He leads many groups of devotees. He's very active worker in the temple. So he and also the Bhaktivedanta Model School director, one who was sitting there, who is yeah, that's why he's there. He also has been very active. These are all people active from 1995. Yeah. Yeah, correct. Sachin Kamlai. You know them before? You know them? Okay. He's very expert.
Yeah, so yes. So I now call upon Dr. Tarambre sir for the faculty development program. He will speak.
Hare Krishna. So my name is Dr. Manoj Tarambale, Principal of Pune Vidyarthi Guruh College of Engineering and Technology. So I am very glad that ISKCON is not only conducting activities for the student, but in our institute, activity is conducted for a faculty member also. Not only in my college, engineering college staff, but for other, that is junior KG, senior KG staff also. The title of the program is Self-Discovery. And there are many advantages of this. What I have found, the staff member undergoing this training rigorous by the devotees from ISKCON, I am finding the faculty members are becoming calm and quiet, very good relation with the student, frictionless activities, without tension, they are performing their jobs. So there are so many activities. So I express my gratitude to the ISKCON system for delivering such type of nice lecture series, 2 hours each for 6 to 7 days, so that faculty at large will get benefited. And as a principal, I am most benefited because having good student and good faculty, so there is a less friction and there are less problem in the institute. So I request all other college faculty members, principals to have such type of course. So this is really a effective course. So with this I conclude and wish you all the best for this newly book which is getting published today, and the ISKCON Sanstha overall. We will try to have our खारीचा वाटा म्हणतो ना की फॉर बेनिफिट ऑफ द सोसायटी तो आम्ही नेहमी उचलतच राहू. थँक्यू.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. So we come to the closure. Distinguished guests, beloved students, as we conclude this auspicious evening, let us remember one verse from Bhagavad Gita. Yad yad acharati sreshto tatta devetaro janah sayat pramanam kurute lokastad anuvartate. Whatever the great personalities they perform, the common people will follow. And here they are not academicians, they are the decision maker in academics. Right? So we had here directors and the leaders present. These are really the Sreshtas, the great personalities. And the standards that they are setting by their example will shape the educational culture across India. So although we inaugurated today the book, but it is not a book, let it become a movement that the small factories to become wise factories, from biological robots to the conscious humans, from job seekers to job creators, and from technical vision to wisdom eye, Shastra Chakshu. His Grace Radheshyam Prabhu reminded us, we give students technical vision through engineering, but they need wisdom eye to see the larger impact of their work on people and on the planet. May this wisdom eye open in every engineering college across Maharashtra, across India, and eventually across the world. So thank you very much. We announce this program concludes here. Before we conclude, we profusely thank everyone, all the dignitaries present, all the students, most important, Gen Z sitting for 3 hours is not a joke. So a big round of applause to all of you. Thank you so much. And such phenomenal facility that is being created by ISKCON and specifically Voice. There is dinner arranged. Dinner in ISKCON is called as Prashadam. So ISKCON Prashadam is not like this. We have full plate Prashadam. So students already know where to honor Prashadam, and dignitaries also will be guided. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.